Hey everyone, Michelle Wheeler here, and I have just applied some of my foundation, my botanical foundation. So I want to talk to you a little bit now about our concealer. And here's one of our concealers in this single palette. You can also get it combined with, get two concealers combined with a botanical foundation. It's a great little palette to get if you're just starting out. So this is a waterproof concealer. And I am going to be using the shade 00 right now to show you a little bit of how this concealer works. Now, there's so many ways to use concealer and there's different techniques and it depends on what your goal is. So what I did, I actually went ahead and put on my foundation first, which is not what a lot of people do. A lot of people go with concealer first, and that's perfectly fine. You can totally do that with this concealer. But what I did is our foundation just covers so well that I'm trying out that for a little bit and seeing how it works for me, and so far I'm liking it. So I don't really know which one I like better, but the verdict's still out on that and I'll let you know. So what I'm gonna do is, this concealer is waterproof, okay? It can also be used as a primer. If you're going swimming or you're going to do some kind of sporting event or something where you're going to sweat, or maybe you're just gonna be outside of the ballpark all day, okay? This would be great, and a lot of people have used these concealers as a foundation. So put this on, get the color that's most like your skin tone, and use these concealers as a foundation, and then your sweat will not affect your makeup at all, which is going to be great. Or swimming, if you're gonna go swimming, get you some concealer, okay? Use it as a foundation and you're going to look flawless. So, because this is a wax-based concealer, you do need to warm it up. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my little spatula and I'm gonna scrape out just a little bit of this, little tiny bit. You do not need a lot. I'm gonna start with just this much, okay? So it does need to warm up a little to work really well. So I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna put it on my wrist. And I washed and dried my hands well before doing this. And so I'm gonna just take my pinky and just warm it up on my wrist, okay? And then I'm going to apply it. And sometimes I use a concealer brush, sometimes I just use my finger. You can do either if you're just doing this on yourself, okay? So I have a couple places that I just want to conceal just a little bit better. And so I'm going to, I don't know if y'all can see this, I'm gonna do this blemish that I have right here. And so I'm just gonna take my finger and just lightly dab, and then I'm gonna go back in just a second with my Blenderful and blend it out. And go right there a little bit, and I'm gonna do a little bit more under my eyes. And so, actually all that did it. Like, that's probably gonna be close to enough, if not enough. And I still have that much on my wrist. So I actually got too much, and y'all saw how little I got out. This looks like a small little palette, but honestly, this is going to last a really long time. So, because you have to use so little of it. It's highly pigmented, and so you don't need to use a whole lot. So I'm gonna go in with my Blenderful, and I'm going to blend up a little. Dab, do a little blending. Dab my eyes, under my eyes. Okay. Go in with my finger and just lightly. I can get in sometimes a little better with my finger. Okay. I see a little dark spot. I have a sunspot right here. Okay. You're always really supposed to use your ring finger when you're touching your eyes or underneath your eye area. Okay, so as you can see, this concealer did its job. It's definitely a better color over here. See, actually, I see a little bit more of a little bit of a spot. I'm gonna get right there and dab. Kind of dabble right here. Okay. So what I like to do sometimes, because sometimes this concealer, depending on if I've been in the sun at all, it gets a little bit light. So sometimes I go back with a tiny, tiny bit of foundation and dabble, and that combination works really well for me. So, okay, that is our concealer. And like I said, awesome stuff. It's waterproof, it's sweat proof. It's gonna be great even if you go swimming, okay? So I highly recommend it. It covers really well. I still have this much left on my wrist, so I'm gonna use that on my eyes when I do my eyeshadow as a highlighter and go from there so that I don't waste this product. But thanks so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching, and y'all have a great day. Bye.